So let me discuss a next topic, hash set class in collection framework of Java. So let me discuss the same book we are going to following, Java complete reference. And hash set, what is the main use of this hash set? Why you are going to be using this is, normally Java hash set class is to create the collection that uses. Collection means what? To create a collection means to create some storage area where we can store our elements that uses hash table for storage. Normally array list will store with the help of indexing 0, 1, 2 like this. Linked list also be stored with respect to the nodes or with respect to the index itself. Now hash set class will be going to store the elements with the help of hash table. Now what is an hash table? We'll discuss in the next slide. Hash table will maintain the total indexes of each element. Now it inherits the abstract set class. Normally array list will be inherits, means extends abstract list, and the linked list extends abstract sequential list, whereas hash set will extends, means inherits abstract set class, and it implements set interface, whereas the previous abstract list and linked list will be implements using list interface. Now this is implementing with set interface. Hope you are understood this, right? The important points you have to remember, Java set of your whatever you are going to creating is, you are making sure you have to be create, you have to make sure of that Java hash set class is going to be store the elements by using a mechanism, called as hashing. Now what is hashing is nothing but, here is the example for hashing. So hashing is going to be talking about, say for example, hashing, it consisting of 7 buckets. Say for example, the buckets 0, 1, 2, like this we are going to be creating the buckets over here, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buckets we are going to be using. Okay, now totally 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buckets are there. 7 buckets means what? The indexing. Each bucket is here called as indexing. Like in the array we are called as indexing, right? Here we are called as buckets 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the buckets. Now the keys nothing but values to store. Normally we have added add of E, add of A, add of F like this. That is our called as keys, nothing but values. Here keys is nothing but values. 15, 11, 27, 8. These are the values we are having. Now how it will be do that values is nothing but, here it is going to be taking as, say for example, it is performing modulo operations. How to perform that modulo operations is, totally how many buckets are there? Normally it performs key modulo. It is key modulo the n. N is nothing but what? The number of buckets. Number of buckets over here. Now what is the key we are getting here? 15. Modulo, we are performing modulo operation. What is the n? How many number of buckets are there? 0 to 7 means 7. Normally for modulo, what is the answer? Remainder. Remainder is the answer. 7, 15 modulo 7. What is the remainder? It's a 1. So 15 value will be stored in at bucket 1. Clear? Next, what is the key value? 11. 11 modulo 7. It will be gives how much? 4. The remainder is 4, right? So at the 4th bucket, the 11 value will be stored. Similarly, 27 modulo 7. So it is gives you how much? 6. The remainder is 6. 7 3s are 21. The remainder is 6. At the 6th bucket, it will add the 27. Next is, it is going to be talking about 8. 8 modulo 7. 8 modulo 7 means what? 7 ones are 7. The remainder is 1. So it will again store at 1 position. It will store at first position, right? So this is 8 will be added here. Like this, the hashing will be done. So what is the advantage of this hashing? Why we need to use is, already it is clearly shown in this example. What is the purpose of this? So this is called as hashing. Hash set contains unique elements. Whereas array list, linked list will consisting of duplicate elements. But here it consisting of unique elements. That is the one advantage. Unique elements, how you can say for example, one more time the 15 will come. Say for example, one more time the 15 element has came. Say 15 comma 11 comma 27 comma 8 comma, again if 15 is came, for example, again if you perform 15 modulo 7, right, it's 1. So already 15 is there, so it doesn't allow you, it doesn't allow you that 15. By that it will be clearly identifying the unique elements. So that is the beauty of hash set. And difference between the list and set is list contains duplicate elements, whereas set contains only unique elements only. And one more advantage here, if you are going to using array and hash set, if you are going to using the normally array and hash set, the arrays will be stored in which format? Normally the arrays will be stored like already we have seen. The arrays will be stored like this, right? The arrays is going to be storing in this form. If you are going to using, say for example, if you are considering hash array, if you are going to using hash array, if you are using that hash array, how it will be stored? If you are considering 3 by 3 matrix, for example, if you are going to creating 3 by 3 matrix, so how many values we can store? Maximum 9 elements we can store it. How it will be represent the 3 by 3 matrix? 0, 1, 2. Now when you are performing the modulo operation, so here is the modulo operation, right? So when you are having the elements, when you are having these elements here, when you are getting the same elements, say for example 10, 20, again some 45, again some 30 is there. When you perform 10, at the time of 10, when you are performing 10 modulo, say for example 10 modulo, when you are performing each time, now say for example instead of 10 we can use 14, we can use 21, we can use 35. Okay, 35 for example. Now when you are performing 14 modulo with 7, what is the value we are getting? 0. When you are performing 21 modulo 7, what is the value you are getting? 0, the remainder. When you are performing 35 modulo 7, what you are getting? 0. So again if you have the any element, say for example, again if you have an element 49, say for example, when you are performing 49 with modulo 7, it gives 0. So how many values we can store here in this array? 14, 21, and again maybe have 35. If 49 is came, the array is exceeded. This is about hash index. I'm talking about array hash. This concept we are going to talking about this array hash. Array hash. When you are using array hash here, so it will be having exceeded. Only it is the capacity is 3 elements can be stored at 0 bucket. At 1 bucket 3 elements. At 2 bucket 3 elements. What is this? Because it is an array hash and it is a size is 3 by 3 only. We can't store beyond to that one. If you are going to using array instead of array set, if you are going to be using array list, if you are going to using array list over here, like in this as I said you array list in this example, when you are going to store the array list, now it will be the concept is it stores in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this, and it will going to be using the concept of hash set directly instead of array. If you are going to using hash table, if you are going to using hash table, it will be stored like this. This is a hash table where it consisting of buckets, and we can extend this list. This is called as list, right? We can extending this as a list, one after the other, you can use it. That is the advantage. Okay, this is one example for hashing. Now how it will be derivable? From the iterable, from the collection, from the set. But because previous two are list, now this is a set. This belongs to set concept, set interface, abstract set and hash set. Like this it is extending. Now coming to the syntax of this one, the syntax is clearly showing here. The syntax is very same as the previous one. Public class hash set. E is nothing but what type of the hash set you want to be create, whether string, integer, or any other data type. Extends abstract set E, implements set or clonable or serializable. Like this, the syntax is there. Now coming to the constructors of this one, we have a constructors of 0 parameter constructor. A default hash set will be created. With 1 parameter constructor also we can create. This is the collection set, similar to the array list we are having, right? So similar to the array list, here also we have the hash set. Initialize the hash set by using the elements of the collection C and the capacity with the size. We can use any one of this constructor. Now next is the methods. We can clear this one. We can clear the elements here with the help of clear method. We can know how many elements contains the specified element is there or not. Contains so and so object means so and so element is there or not. To add, we can use add of this one. To make return true if the set contains no elements. If the set consisting of 0 elements, it returns 0. Empty is empty method. Okay, so these are the 4 methods are available in hash set. So very important point, that is hash set does not guarantee the order of its element, like similar to the array list. It doesn't give the order, means you store A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 elements you store in that. It doesn't give the order in the sense it can display B, C, E, A, F. Unorderly it will be displayed. That is, there is no order in its element, because the process of hashing does not usually lend itself to the creation of the sorted sets, because how it will store this is the way, right? The list element. That's why it is not having any order. So it is maybe an unorder also, it will be display the elements. If you need the stored the sorted storage, then another collection such as the tree set is better choice, you can use it, but tree set is not in our syllabus. Now coming to the program, here is the hash set program. The main program, we are going to calling the main method, and here we are going to creating a string hash set. The object is HS. So we are adding the elements as beta, alpha, eta, gamma, epsilon, omega. Like this, we are adding to the hash set and we are displaying. So how the output will come? Actually, it has to come beta, alpha, eta, gamma, epsilon, omega. But it displays as in an order, like gamma, eta, alpha, epsilon, omega, beta. Like this, it will become on order way. It is not that it's not guaranteed the order how it will be stored in the same order will not be get it in the hash set. If you want in order, linked hash set is there. Linked hash set, you don't have the topic in our syllabus. Linked hash set, whatever I have explained this example, this is the linked hash set. The example which I have explained in this is the array. This is the normal concept. Hash set means what? This is how it will be stored. And linked hash set is this one in the form of list. Linked list we are going to be displaying over there. So this is the hash set and this is the linked hash set. This is the example. Okay, clear? Now, if you want in order, linked hash set we can be used like the same. How it will be getting from the abstract hash set, there is a linked hash set there. This is the same syntax. We have the methods, constructors are there, linked hash set with the 2 parameters. And the output for the same program will be display beta, alpha, eta, gamma, epsilon, omega. In the order, it will be displayed. However, the order you are inserting the elements, it will be displayed in the same order in the linked hash set, which is not there in the syllabus, but for your understanding, for the extra information, I am going to talking about the linked hash set over this. And don't be think that this example is for linked hash set, and whatever the example I have given you in this one, it is a array index, right? So that's about the hash set class, and that's about the entire end of the chapter. Okay.